Setting your goals is one of the last steps in goal setting. Today, we're going to discuss the process that separates success from failure when going after the life you want to create.
Your someday starts today. It's time to explore and test the newest science, methods, and trends for creating a life you love with your host, Tanya MFK. Welcome to My Designed Life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to My Designed Life, where we learn and test the latest science, tips, tools, and strategies for you to create your best life every day. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at My Designed Life Show and at TanyaMFK, as well as the My Designed Life Show podcast on your favorite streaming service. I'm your host, Tanya Marie, if you get us Kreisinger, more easily known as Tanya MFK, and you are here to learn not only how to create your best life, but how to live it now. And I am super glad that you are here. So inevitably, as everyone moves into a new year, we begin to daydream about all the possibilities that could lie ahead for the next 365 days. Your feed and emails are full of fun 30-day challenges for workout plans and marketing and social media posting. And even though 30 days won't really build you those same abs from the picture, we are hopeful that this time will be different. So we know it's going to kickstart that new beginning. But the truth is, nothing becomes different unless we do. So one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got was that the best place to be is hopeless. Because when there's no magic chance of something working out, we have to step up and create it. See, goal setting is flawed. It is a skill that no one is taught in school, yet it's the foundation of identifying anything we want to do or accomplish. So today I'm going to tell you the real dig deep, make it happen process that will actualize your goals. It's not manifesting. It's not SMART goals. It is nitty gritty, do the work process that will change the way you do everything. Now, if you don't do this, then your chances of being part of the 92% that don't reach their goals every year are, well, as high as 92%. You know, this process harnesses neuroscience and organizational psychology to work with your brain to create the right mindset and habits that get you through the inevitable bumps in the road. I have used this process to lose weight, to create my dream of traveling the world with my family for 3 years, read more books, release my scarcity mindset, create more income, revamp my business products, everything. And it's because of this big picture, heart-centered, brain-hacking, science-infused process that 99% of goal systems are really missing this, right? They don't have this part. And that's why we're not getting to where we want to go. So here I'm going to give you 13 steps. Yes, 13. Okay. It's like goal rehab with an extra step. So like I said, we are going to switch from goal setting to goal achievement, because this is a skill. It's something that we need. And that's what we're going to dive into. So let's just get started. Step 1, we start by remembering how far we've come. Now, I do this in my workshops by reviewing the last 10 years of your life. Remember your accomplishments. Compare it to your now. See that. Go, oh, wow, look how far I've come. Remember the battles that you've won. And this is nice. Yeah, it's like a nice fuzzy feeling, but it's actually doing more than that. It's releasing dopamine in your brain. It's putting you into a progress loop known as the progress principle. It's giving you a foundation of motivation, both mentally and physically, because your body likes dopamine. When you feel good, you have a good outlook on things. You know, how do you feel if someone bumps into you when you're already in a good mood? You're like, that's fine, no worries. But how do you feel when someone bumps into you when you're already grumpy? Same situation, different reactions, just because of where your head's at. So this is what we're cultivating by finding your wins. We're cultivating this good feeling. We're actually releasing dopamine. We're jumping into chemistry. We're intentionally harvesting the good feelings to get you into a winning mindset. Because when you can see progress, you're invigorated to keep going and moving forward. And conversely, if all you see are the setbacks, which is usually where we let our mind stay, you're going to feel depleted and you're going to give in to more setbacks. You're going to let those hold you back. So take time to reflect on your last year, 10 years, or even last month. Find the gains instead of always looking at the gap that's left to get to where you want to go. Remember all the times that you were a badass and did amazing things. We forget that. Make a list, because this is the mindset you begin to set your goals in. This is where we need to be before we start writing down all these wonderful things we can accomplish. And it's this process that you can conjure back up during the year when things get a little bleak. My suggestion is that you do a form of this daily. I call it the 3 wins practice. Every night, look back on your day and find 3 wins. 3 wins that were great from your day. Anything from finishing a project to not losing your temper. And then choose ahead of time what your 3 wins will be tomorrow. This helps you choose your priorities while putting yourself into a winning mindset. So like I said, it's not just fuzzy feelings, it's chemical. You are becoming the chemist of your brain by choosing what gets released. So now step 2. Know where you are in life right now, right? This is the life audit. You can have super lofty goals, but we need to account for reality. You can have $1 million vision, but if you're struggling to get to that first 100, then it's time to shift priorities. Before we can make goals to run 3 marathons this year, let's make sure we can pay the rent. The best way to figure out how to get to where you're going is first by knowing where you're starting from. So a life audit is a way to check in with yourself. Now, in total, there are 21 areas of life that you can review and audit to get a true snapshot of where you are right now. Those are your money and wealth, your business, career, or school, wherever you are in those, your peers or your network, body, health, anything within that realm, right? Friendships, intimate relationships, sex, parenting, your household or personal space, family, relatives. We have your social, intellectual, character, spiritual, mental, habits, environment, quality of life, fun, adventures, experiences, giving back, right? Like philanthropy, relationship to self. It's a lot, right? Like you don't have to go through every single one of those areas, but the point is there's a lot to us. There's a lot to really look at and go, where am I in all of these places? What does life really look like? Am I happy in these areas? Do I want more? Do I want less? What is it that I'm really starting from? Where's that I'm really starting from? So ultimately what you're finding out is what's good in your life? What is subpar? What could be better? What habits are in the way? How are you spending your time? How are your relationships? And like I said, how's your health? How's your income? What is on fire right now? What does your business look like? What loose ends are flailing around? So we started in step 1 with this good, strong mindset. So we'd have enough gusto to come back down from the clouds and get a reality check and then move on to the next step. And step number 3, know your end game. This is the big end. What is the point of this fast, short life anyway, huh? What is all this work really for? What is this effort for? That's what we need to lock down. And we do that by figuring out our end game, the big end, okay? We fast forward to the end of your life and you pinpoint what really matters and reverse engineer a life that embodies that today. One super easy way to do this is to write your obituary. I always get cringes and confusion, like what? But yeah, the story that celebrates your life, that's how you can get clarity. Write that yourself. You're going to sort out now and use it as a map. You're going to make decisions like, when are you going to die? Because that itself is a goal. Like if you want to live to 102, then you got to know what kind of life gets you there. You have to figure out what you want and what do you want your accomplishments to be? What are you most proud of? When you get to that end of life, what do you look back and go, wow, that's something I was really proud of. What memories did you give people? How did you impact them? What did you stand for? This is how we clarify our day-to-day goals. This is how we determine how much time we're going to spend on Instagram. This process, this clarity will influence all of your decisions that happen now. So figure out your end game before you write any more goals, because our time is finite and it's only worth spending time on the things that align with the big picture and the final picture. So we have a worksheet. If you do want to work out this process, the obituary one, we'll have a link to that below. Now, step number 4, have a clear vision. There's a lot of clarity happening here. So now that we understand where you've been, you see where we are, and you know where you want to end up, now we can start to put together the vision. You get to go back through those 21 areas of your life, and one by one you ask, what are my beliefs? What are my beliefs about relationships or parenting or wealth? Do I think that it's hard, that it's supposed to be complicated, or it's supposed to be blissful? What do I actually believe and why? And then what do I want to believe? So that's a really important part in that process, is identifying the beliefs. And then what is the purpose? So why do I even want to excel in this area of my life? Like, what's the point of being a great parent or a great spouse, right? What is the value? Why does it matter to me, right? Not what everyone else says. Why does it matter to you, right? That's why we ask the why in the beginning. Because first, a lot of times we see it's somebody else that we're basing all these things on. But what do I want? Why is it important to me? And then what do I actually want this area of my life to be like and to look like? What do I actually want? If you realize that you used to believe being a good mom meant making dinner from scratch every night after stitching the curtains and decorating with fresh flowers, and then you realize that you and no one else in your family actually cares about that, then what is the vision? What do you want it to look like? Maybe it's just that everyone eats dinner together. Maybe it's that you spend time, one-on-one through the week. Maybe it's that you have family chat time. Whatever it is, this is where you get super detailed. What do you want it to look like? What do you want to see happening? And then, after all that, this is all fine and good, but how are you actually going to make it happen? What is your strategy? What are the specific actions you will take to make this happen? What days? For how long? Get super specific. And now, step 5. We've got all this detail, we've got all this clarity, and then we come back in. We're going to choose your top 3 to 5 goals of the year, right? So big vision, zoom back out. What really matters? What are your top 3 to 5 things that you would like to make, that would make this a good year if they happened? What actions do you need to take to make these happen? What decisions need to be made to allow this to become real? And one of my favorites is, what are 3 activities you need to stop doing to make this happen? What do you need to uncommit to? What activities do you need to keep doing? Like, wow, that was working. I need to do more of that, to step it up, do even more, or grow or expand. All right, so now we go into that. We really get down to those 3 to 5 things that really, really matter out of all of these, right? Because we're just looking at the next 12 months. We're trying to make it, realistic. Then we get to step 6. Which is uncover your true motivation. So now that you've narrowed down your goals, it's time to find your North Star for when the going gets tough, right? When the cake is handed to you and you want to eat the whole thing. Because wanting to fit into your skinny jeans isn't enough. It hasn't been enough so far. So you have to dig deep. I suggest 7 levels deep. Now this is when you run your 3 to 5 goals through the 7 levels of a why. You take each goal and you ask, why is that important to me? So let's go with not eating the cake. Why is that important to you? Because I'll be healthier. And why is that important to you? Because I don't want to end up with diabetes. And why is that important to you? Because I saw what it did to my aunt and I don't want to lose my leg. Why is that important to you? Because I want to be able to spend time with my kids and run around. Why is that important to you? Because I want them to know that I'm capable and strong. Why is that important to you? So they have a mom they're proud of. Ooh, do you see what we've done? We've taken the cake and went from, I want to be healthy to, I want my kids to have a mom they're proud of. What do you think is going to hold you to your commitment when the cake's in your face? Which one of those? So do this exercise. Of course, we have a worksheet for it. We always have worksheets. So do this and find your why, find your deepest why, all right? And now step 7, set your environment to win. Now that you've got the big picture, you've got your vision, you've got your why, we need to make sure that you're supported. And one way to do that is to set up your environment to win, to support you. What do you need added to your environment to succeed? What do you need removed from your environment to succeed? So you'll look at your workspace, your home, your computer, your phone, your routines, your community, your habits, and you'll find out what distractions or temptations, invaders or time wasters are there. What is in your control to actually change, right? Because you can't always change everything there, but what is within your control to change? What can you remove? What can you add? What conversations can be had? What immediate actions can you take? And yet, we got a worksheet for that too, so you can run through all those and really make them real, write them out, identify them. And now, step 8, have a roadblock plan. This is where we get another reality check. Things are going to get tough, go south, whatever you want to call it. We have setbacks. We're going to have them. But we can do a few things to protect our resilience and our mindset to get through it. That is why we create a roadblock plan. We identify ahead of time what can knock us down, what can throw us off. And then we figure out 2 things. 1, how can I avoid those? That's ideal, right? And 2, what will you do if it happens anyway? Don't wait until you're in the muck to figure it out, because when you're in the muck, your mindset sucks. This is when you eat the piece of cake and go, well, if I did that, I might as well eat the whole plate. So no, make this plan while you're in a strong mindset. Train your brain ahead of time to know what the plan is, the good plan. And yes, got a worksheet for this too. Now, step 9, set up your daily habits to support your goals. So morning routines. This means creating a day where you thrive, where you don't just let it happen to you. You choose how it starts. You choose how it feels. The first thing you experience in the morning are things that are restorative or rejuvenating and set the tone that you want for the day. So whether that means you join the 5 a.m. club, meditate, do yoga, or it means you get up 15 minutes earlier and avoid social media, or slowly enjoy your cup of coffee. Whatever it is, it's not survival mode, it's thriving mode. And then you have evening routines. So you make the most important asset to a great morning is a great evening. So create routines that support healthy sleep, good sleep, enough sleep, scientifically proven amounts of sleep, not what you can get by on. Sometimes we're so sleep deprived that feeling crappy basically becomes normal. So we think that's what rested feels like. And then look at daily habits. Okay, so you're going to bring in habits that support all of this. You bring in things as simple as hydration, or maybe not simple, but as important as hydration, gratitude, exercise, not complaining, getting outside, taking breaks from your computer every 2 hours, whatever they are. This is how you set up daily successes for what you're trying to achieve. Things that are going to support where you're trying to get to, that put you in the best mindset, the best physical state, the best mood to have high chance of getting to where you want to go. And now step 10, identify your real schedule. So another reason people flail on their goals is because they are not dealing in real time. A 1-hour doctor's appointment is not 1 hour unless you live at the doctor's office. You have to get ready. You have to drive there. You have to drive back. For someone in California, that could easily become a 4-hour appointment if you know anything about our traffic. So you need to have intimate knowledge of the actual time you have available. After you look at each day, each week, and block out all of your obligations, have tos, and has to happens, only when that is all accounted for do you really know what is left for your goals and your plans and enjoying life. So yes, we have a worksheet for this too. And we also have a course that you can take step by step to learn this type of scheduling that brings both success and sanity, right? Because we need it all at the same time. We start delaying, have this chaos and go, oh, I'll live a nice life later. We don't know if we have later. Dude, you can have it all now, all right? So now step 11, schedule your goals. So now once you're dealing with a calendar based in reality, now you can schedule your goals, your projects, and your action steps. This is where you take them from someday I'll do this into a real date on a planner. This is when you make them, you can find places for them to fit into your life. They have a space and that you're going to give them the same respect that you give a client call or a DMV appointment. Can they at least get that respect? So yeah, it's granular like that. This is the no excuse approach. It's not the let's see how the year goes. It's the, this is how I'll live my year type of commitment. Okay. Step 12, set milestones and rewards. You got to keep that dopamine going. Just like we learned in the beginning, success begets success. So if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, you got to celebrate that first 5. Right? You need to reward yourself. This isn't just a fun thing to do. It's brain training. It's working with your chemistry to keep you motivated, interested, committed, and on track. So plan ahead of time what your milestones will be. You know, if you're designing a website, maybe choosing the themes is a milestone, or finalizing your logo, or writing the copy, or choosing the designer. All of this progress deserves recognition, and more importantly, it needs recognition in order to keep you going. And now our final step, step 13, create accountability. We all do better, act better when we're being watched. So get a partner, a coach, someone to guide you, someone to check in with. Track your progress. Don't leave your mind to be the one to estimate how you're doing, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. When you track your progress, you can be encouraged with your consistency, and you can also spot patterns so you can course correct and get back on track. So yes, we have a worksheet for that too. It's super customizable. We use it every year. I use it every day. So you guys, this is a really effective way to create accountability on your own. And another great way is to reflect daily, every day. You can also do it weekly and monthly, but look back on your performance and your progress. See what you've learned and determine what you'll do tomorrow, next week, next month. You can always join one of our free monthly reflection and planning workshops that exist for this very reason. So totally free, no sales tactic. It's really there. So I have a place to show up to do my own reflection, to look back, review the game, see how I did, and see what I want to do next month. Because I don't want to wait till the end of the year to see how far I've come. I want to know, and I want to course correct every 30 days. So that's it. That's your 13-step goal rehab plan. That is the difference between setting goals and achieving goals. This is that nitty-gritty and dirty plan that brings real transformation. Does it seem like a lot? Well, it is. And that's why 92% of people don't get that far. That's why we join the club, and then, we're all happy, everyone's happy to have us because we confirm their narrative that it's too hard. Don't be the confirmation to someone else's giving up story. Be the inspiration. Be the motivation. But more importantly, do it for you. Do it for your why. All right. Well, that is it for now. We have a ton of worksheet links in the description for you. If I missed something, if we missed something, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to get that over to you. And let me know if there's any step that you want more clarification or anything else that I can do to help. So as always, I love connecting with all of you on Instagram. You can find me at TanyaMFK and learn more about our resources, courses, workshops at TanyaMFK.com. We put out new videos about designing your best life and business every week. So please click that subscribe and follow button, tap the bell, share this video, comment, and catch us next week. So remember, your someday starts today. Make it the best. I'm TanyaMFK, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. My Design Live is a Tanya MFK production. You can catch us every week at 1 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. London on the Tanya MFK YouTube channel. Do you have a method, tip, or hack you'd like to share or explore? Suggest a topic or submit to be a guest by visiting our website at TanyaMFK.com.